Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you an example of how to draw a part in oblique. So to quickly recap, oblique drawings use standard grid paper, which is different than the isometrics. So I'm using Microsoft Paint, so bear with my minimal abilities with the drawing. So let's just kind of get our origin going of sorts, right? So we have vertical or lines that are perfectly vertical, perfectly up and down. We're going to call those the height lines. Width lines are going to be perfectly horizontal. And then we're going to call depth lines going at a 45-degree angle. So let's just give a little H next to here. Make that the font a little bit smaller. Height lines are perfectly up and down. Notice how all width lines, unless it's at a weird angle, will be perfectly on the x-axis, and all depth lines will be perfectly 45. All right, so let's draw this. So when you're drawing oblique, you start by drawing the full front face, right? Whereas isometrics, you kind of started at a corner and then drew back. Now we're going to draw the whole front face. So I'm going to draw this face right here, which kind of looks like a pan or like an Oklahoma type shape, where, again, we'll do each box is 0.25, so we're going to go up 3, over 5, down 2, over 3, down 1, and then back 8. And if you did that well, it'll kind of have a loop that closes in on itself. So let's go ahead and do that. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. So it was up 3, and then over here is 1.25, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2. Over 3. And the top part. Okay. So now that we have our front face drawn, we will now draw our depth lines, which go at a 45-degree angle. And the way to draw a 45-degree angle using standard grid paper is the lines between the corners, right? From here to here, that's exactly a 45-degree angle. Now, I mentioned in my last video that when we're doing one unit, that should be this length right here, right? From maybe a little bit past it, but right from here to here is 1 unit length. From here to here is 1 unit length. However, that unit length, when done on the side, kind of ends somewhere over there. Now, that's kind of difficult and annoying to be able to estimate, right? So for this class, let's just say that corner to corner is 1 unit. Right? We're going to call that 1 unit, even though we know that it's a little bit more than 1 because that's the hypotenuse, right? And if the legs are both 1, then the hypotenuse would actually be the square root of 2, which is like 1.4. It's okay. Let's just say that from corner to corner is 1. So this will be 3 units in length. This will be 4. This will be 5. That'll be, 2.5. Okay. Is that going to get rid of everything? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to drawing. All our depth lines are 1.25, which is 5 units. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to go back. Now, if we're doing Cavalier, we will be going back at the full length, right? So if it's Cavalier, we're going to be going back 5 full units. So starting here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And really that line is going to be done a few times, right? And nope. So we can click the line and then do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one. Okay? And then if you did it well, you should be able to kind of connect these dots and you'll be perfectly vertical for heights or horizontal for width lines. And this is how you would draw this in Cavalier, right? Cavalier is a full height. Is that how you spell it? I don't remember. The other way of drawing it is cabinet. So let's go back. And cabinet, if we were to draw this, would actually start off the same, right? With cabinet, you would be doing this exact same front, this full front face. However, the only difference when you're doing cabinet is that your depth lines are half. So whereas we did 5 for Cavalier, Cabinet's going to be half of it. So half of 5 is 2.5. Halves are annoying to draw, but we'll go 1, 2, 2.5. Something like that. And then the rest would be the same, right? This is not going to be 2.5 right here. This is going to be 5 because it's a width. Width lines are not cut in half. Only depth lines are cut in half. 1, 2, 2.5, right? Because it's a depth line. That's cut in half. This vertical line right here is still going to be 2 because it's a height line. Height lines are not cut in half. Depth lines are. This is a width line, not cut in half. 2.5, and then the height should be the same. Okay, so this would be the same part as the last one, just now it's in Cabinet. Okay, that concludes this example video.